Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Paul.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. You can't see me though, can you?
No, I think we've got, and also hello, I think we've got four other people on the webinar so far, so hold fire.
Oh, we're already in the room.
I think so. Hold on.
Thank you. I'm on the call.
Hello everyone, it's Chetan here from micebook. I can see some of you are in attendance. I think we're going to give it a minute or so to wait for a few others. As we're waiting, I'd like to direct you to the tool and see if we can show you around how to engage with us. So on your top right, there should be a bar where there is different icons where you have a chat function, a poll function, a Q&A, and an attendee list. On the chat function, if you could click that and just say hi, just so you'll get used to the tool. Hi everyone, that's great. Okay, so give it another 30 or so seconds. There's a few more people joining. Thank you for your patience. As we're also waiting, on that same toolbar, you'll see there's a poll. If you'd like to answer the question, just so we can give it a test. Okay, I can see some people are using the Q&A as well. Great. So, James, no, it's nice and sunny where I am right now. Hello, Sophia. Is it going to be a good weekend? Of course, Tim. Thanks for the questions. On the poll, we have who's going to win the US election. So that's the poll is the one that looks like a graph. At the moment, we have one vote. Okay, so you can see the tool. So if you have questions, please do ask them on the platform and I'll try and answer them. And there's also a chat functionality where you can ask things as we're going along. So let's get started. My name is Chetan Shah. I'm CEO founder of micebook. Thank you all for attending this webinar. What we're going to do is going to take around 20 or so minutes because I want to just go through the platform very quickly and answer questions, but leave it really for you to look at the main site, which is mustbeonit.com, at your own leisure, where you can see all the information. Please do ask questions, and this is the first webinar we're doing, so please bear with us. Any feedback you have about the webinar will be most appreciated. So, mustbeonit.com is where all the information is. It tells you everything you need to know about micebook 2.0. And I'm not going to go through the whole website because you can read it at your leisure. It shows you about how big the marketplace is, which I know all of you know. It goes into a little bit about the challenges of time that agencies face. And it talks about what is it and who is it for. So corporate event planners, agencies and freelancers. Micebook 1 was all about finding contact details and storing information on this huge industry. We are, as event planners, inundated with information, and we go to 100 networking events a year, and it's about finding the right contact at the right time. Micebook 2 is taking it a whole step further, both in terms of functionality and design. It also brings in a whole new element of inspiration where you can be found in multiple ways, and it's a one-stop area to find a huge source of information. Micebook 2 is got a great team behind it with lots of experience. And you can see on our website of mustbeonit.com the team that are supporting to get this product to market. And you can click and get in touch with any of the team. Not only are the team experienced, we've gathered a great amount of industry experts to support us. They are our advisory group made up of corporates, agencies, and CVBs, hotels, and DMCs. They really have helped us shape micebook 2.0. This is the main area that I like to go through, is what is new about micebook 2 compared to micebook 1. And on the page, you can see 6 key areas of micebook 2. The first one is showcasing your brand. You will see from the designs I'm about to show you that the way that the product, your supplier pages will be showcased will be far more engaging, exciting, and in a much smarter way. And I'll show you examples of all of these. We've got a whole area dedicated to inspiring event planners about their event ideas. The advisory group have told us that just having supplier profiles is great, but we want some voices behind this. Who is recommending these suppliers and who has used them? Who can vouch for them? The board's functionality is going to be a great way of making sure that knowledge is stored and shared. The analytics is hugely important to the suppliers. They want to know what's happening with their pages, who's engaging, and make sure they've got sight of inquiries that are going through the platform. The media resource is all about videos and images. Huge part of event planners' day-to-day proposals are more and more about videos and imagery, and we will have the go-to resource. So I'm going to spend some time just showing you the new look of the website. And on the site, you can click on any of the pages to see what your page and the general site will look like. First of all, the home page. A cleaner, more dynamic page. You'll see new logo, new design. This home page will be video, in line with our new approach. And of course, if you know what you're looking for, you can come to the page and search for your supplier. We're going to have curated guides, and we're going to have destination guides, which I will show you soon. In terms of the pages, this first page I'll show you is a DMC page. Each sector page will be slightly different. As you can see, again, hugely image-based. You will have a caption that is very short, that captures the imagination of people, plus some more detail you'll be able to put. You will have a contact details page, of course, but planners will have to click into the page to reveal the details so we can give you better analytics. They can send inquiries through the form, and any contacts you put into your listing will receive that inquiry. There'll be an upload area for you to put anything from sample programs to floor plans to any operational information such as risk assessments and insurance certificates. Again, image galleries will be huge, and we'll be asking for activities and descriptions of what you can do in your destination to inspire the event planners. You'll be able to link your companies, so you could link your DMC page to your representation company or your hotel to your global sales office. We talked about recommendation, and this will be a big part of how you will feature on micebook and how you'll be ranked. So having good recommendations is important for the planners, and we're going to reward you for having good, requesting good recommendations for your page. We do have a download brochure on each of these pages, so you can take that information. The hotel page will show, again, image, descriptions, but we'll be asking for very specific information that is relevant to event planners? Can you have the hotel exclusively? Is it farmer compliant? Can you get a car into the ballroom, for example? So lots of information that will be displayed, and they will all be used for advanced searches. Again, we have a download brochure should you need. I talked about curated guides on the homepage, and this is an example of one for Dubai. We're going to be capturing opinion from the industry, and we're going to be featuring the product that is most trending on that destination. Hotel product, DMCs, and their activities that are really trending. We will also have a curated area where we will put bespoke information on that destination, and we can work with destinations to build that. We're also working with CAT Publications, producers of Meat Pie and M&IT magazine, to put their latest articles on a destination in this space. This area will also give you everything else as an event planner you need to know. So this is just a small example of the features. So whether it's your flight time for wherever you are in the world, to the weather, or to the currency. And this will be populated for every destination under the globe. Again, this is the notes area that will be for your teams to capture information. One area I want to quickly just talk about is a virtual brainstorm. When you have an event inquiry as an agency or a corporate, you come around a table and you think about all the destinations that you know that might fit the brief, but you can only talk about the information you know. This will allow you to put in a search criteria for the type of event, the location, how far you want to fly, what kind of feel you want in that destination, how many bedrooms, meeting space, and the style of hotel. Every time you click one of these areas, the destination guides or the appropriate destinations will all change. The DMC products will change and the hotel products will change. That is why it's so important when you do fill out any of your profiles, you fill it in properly and thoroughly, because you will only feature if you've picked and put forward good content in this virtual brainstorm. Just one of the different ways you can be found on micebook.com. Finally, I just want to show you the boards area, which I spoke about. Micebook has always been about trying to keep knowledge centrally and share it amongst your colleagues. This is going to be a very engaging way to do this. The Pinterest style boards are where you can pin any item you want on a board. So this could be a destination board, it could be a client board, or it could be a board about a color, for example. So here you can pin supplier types, you can make notes, you can add articles that you might have read in M&IT or Condé Nast, and you could pin external documentation as well, whether it's a fan report or an image library. Everything in one place. And this then can be shared amongst your colleagues, and they can see your board that you've produced following a great fan trip to a great destination. You can also share this board to a client, but it will take away the notes area, but everything else in terms of a mood board is shared, just to give more inspiration. So these pages and more are on mustbeonit.com for you to see. I'm just going to pause because I've got a question. Nope, it seems to have gone. Please do answer the question again if you like. Maybe I've just answered it. And then just about where we're, okay, the question is, what format is the shared board in? It will be a link that is sent to the client, and the client can open the link, see the board, but they cannot adjust the board or add to the board. Now, I know it's really important to understand where are we going to be marketing you, because that is our jobs. Of course, through PR, through normal channels of social media, being at events, networking, that is, of course, comes with the package of being part of micebook's opportunity. Networking events throughout the year, and we're going to be putting on some educational content as well to support our advisory group events, which we're going to grow. And of course, one thing I want to talk about is our collaboration. So IMEX, you know, is a very strong partner of ours. We're going to be at Frankfurt and Vegas every year with a stand showcasing your product and trying to engage event planners to use our tool. We're going to have a link from CAP Publications, so from meatpie.com directly to micebook, as well as marketing to both IMEX and CAP Publications user bases for their buyer bases. But we know what's really important from the suppliers, from what you've told us, is trying to reach the long tail, the 1 or 2 man bands, the corporates, the PAs, all of those other buyers for products that do have really good business, but maybe are not on the main circuit. So we're going to concentrate on really trying to attract those users to micebook.com. We do have a campaign, which is #mustbeonit, because we're in the building stage. And we're going to be looking at a launch event in January for micebook 2, where there will be huge opportunities for suppliers to partner with us and to be at that event networking with, we're hoping, around 200 planners. In terms of the website, you can click here for frequently asked questions or the terms and rates for the listings. And of course, you can get in touch. So that is mustbeonit.com, which tells you everything you need to know about micebook 2, which launches in November. And in terms of timelines, we're going to be doing a phased launch in November, and we hope next week we're going to start testing the supplier profiles, which are going to be migrated from micebook 1 with a select few suppliers, just to make sure that everything is working well, take on any feedback, and allow in 2 weeks or so all suppliers to migrate their profiles to the second website. That's it from me. What I'd like to do is see if there's any questions, either through the chat room or through the Q&A panel here on your system. And while we're waiting for any questions to pop up, Paul, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Good morning, everyone. No, I think you covered it very well, Chetan. I mean, maybe just highlight the price in there. I mean, obviously, there's a key deadline there, which is slightly amended to the 15th of October. But yeah, that's good to illustrate. Are you hearing me there?
Yeah.
The sound check. Yeah, maybe just a touch on the pricing, just to get some context behind the rate card.
Yeah, so the rate card is £575 or $750 per listing per year. Through a representation company or a CVB, there is a 50% discount to the 15th of October. And otherwise, individually, there is a 35% discount to that date. I have a question here with how many suppliers or DMCs per destination? Good question. Thank you, Richard. The way micebook is going to work is per destination. So that is per country. If you have Spain as your country, then that is one listing, and you can build multiple sub-pages. So one Barcelona page, one Madrid, one Seville, and they're all free from that one listing. But if you are a DMC that operates in Spain and Portugal, you will require 2 listings on micebook. One other question that comes up quite a lot, as I'm waiting for any other questions to come through, is how do representation companies and other parties get included into any inquiry? So there's several ways. One, if you are promoting micebook to your DMCs, then you can ask to be included as an additional contact on micebook. That way, if you are an additional contact, you are automatically copied in. If you're not an additional contact, then anytime the inquiry button is clicked, then a pop-up will come up and will ask the planner if they would like to copy in the CVB or the representation company and outline the reasons why they should do so, to get support and to speak to someone in their own time zone and in their own language. So that's different ways to get the inquiry through to you.
Chetan, I'd just like to emphasise on the marketing aspect that you mentioned. I mean, I think it's important that everyone realises we've certainly seen this as more than just a listing. I think we've touched on the marketing efforts that going on behind the scenes with collaborations, the social media activity that we're doing. So I really hope that everyone understands that this is we certainly think great value for money for the listing, and the potential support that we're going to give beyond that listing is going to be a big factor for a lot of people coming on board. So we're really hungry for content, for images for our library. We're keen to promote our ambassadors, the people that are endorsing and supporting micebook 2.0. So I think really give that some thought and see the potential. I think some of the people, a couple of names I'm seeing on the chat room, have seen what's going on behind the scenes to really get this off the ground, and I think it's the exciting opportunities ahead. So I think definitely, if you're selling on to your clients, if you're a representation company, or you've got to factor this up against other products, just look at the wider possibilities. I mean, the events that we're going to be undertaking and the support that we're getting from the industry for very bespoke events is going to, I think, going to be in a different class to many of the events that are going on. So we're very excited, and I hope that is coming through from what we're sharing with you today.
Thanks, Paul. Is there any other questions that people would like to ask? Of course, please do contact us directly if there's anything that hasn't been answered, or if you'd like a demo on micebook 2 face-to-face, Charlotte would be delighted to come and see you, who's actually on our website. You can see her contact details on mustbeonit.com. I know there is a bit of a delay in time, so I'm going to give it one more minute. And what I would ask is I'm going to send an email to you all, and I would really appreciate, given this is our first webinar, any feedback in terms of the technology we have used and whether it was clear and understandable, and also just anything we shared that you would like us to improve on. That would be much appreciated, and we thank you for your support. Okay, I can't see any more questions coming through. Please do contact us. One more question, sorry. Will you do a further webinar? I think it would benefit our DMC signups. Good question, James. Yes, absolutely. So this webinar is focused on the onboarding of suppliers and bringing on partners to work with micebook. We're going to be doing future webinars once the functionality to migrate your profiles on exactly just how to get the best out of your profile and what information we're looking for and why. So we're going to be doing more training webinars on just how to get the best out of your micebook profile, alongside the marketing efforts that we'll be doing as well. No, another question's just come through. Will buyers pay to use micebook? No, buyers are free to use micebook, so it is a great tool and resource for them, which is free of charge. Okay, I'm going to close the webinar now. And like I've said, if there are any other questions, please do get in touch, either chetan@micebook.com or and our contact details are on mustbeonit.com. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.